Hey everybody, it is Radleigh here with the Angelic Weather Report for December 29th through January 4th, 2025. That's right. It is the new year. It is upon us. We still have all the festivals and parties to have for the new year, but it's right here. It's at our doorsteps. So I wanted to talk to you about some strategies for going into the new year and going into the new year successfully. So, first of all, I'm a big believer in severing our energetic connections to the past. And so, I'm working with Archangel Michael to do whatever you need to do to release the things in 2024 that whose energy you do not want to carry with you into 2025. So, journaling that, making a list, checking it twice. I know we just did that, but still, it's like doing the things that you need to do to be really clear on what you do not want to take with you into the new year. And then doing some sort of ritual in order to release that. You might do a little meditation with Archangel Michael. It's possible that you might want to even do a type of ritual where you write things down and then you burn the paper safely, not in an unsafe way. Take it outside, burn it, not against anything that will burn. Make sure you do it safely if you're going to burn something. You can just bury it. That's also nice and safe. It doesn't burn anything down. But whatever rituals you want to do that you're going to release the things that happened in 2024 that you don't want to bring into 2025. It's very important to do that. Second of all, to think about what it is that you want to bring into 2025, to give that some thought. And ways that you can do this, ways that I've done in the past is if you are halfway decent with any Photoshop program, even a super simple one like Canva or something like that, accumulating photographs of things that represent what you want to create. Maybe you want a new house, maybe you want a new car, maybe you want to adopt a puppy, maybe you want a love in 2025, whatever that is, accumulating those photographs. Now you can do it old school. You can take those pictures out of magazines or print them out off the internet and just glue them onto paper for yourself. But it's akin to making a vision board. My dear friend Colette Baron Reed talks about vision boards all the time. Usually she does that, I think, around the first of the year. So maybe you'll be seeing that coming from her too. But doing whatever you need to do to create some sort of either visual or metaphorical representative of the things that you want to bring into 2025. One thing that I like to do is I enjoy writing short stories. And so you might write a short story told from by yourself a year from now. So just write this story and goes, wow, what a year 2025 was. I remember back in January when there were a lot of celebrations and all this wonderful stuff happened, but you write this little story for yourself. It's like pre-writing your dear diary of what 2025 is going to look like for yourself. So you take these things and you bless them and you put them someplace safe. You can burn them or do things like that to release the energy, because I do believe in trying to decide what you want to manifest and then releasing it so the universe can do its job, and it's not just us holding on to this particular way that this must happen. So you can do it whichever way feels right to you, because that will be the right way. But that's just another thing you can do, is write yourself a story, write yourself. And if you're just not a writer, just make a bullet list of all of the things that you want to happen in 2025. So what I'm going to do this week and next week in the Angelic Weather Report is give you a peek at 2025. This week, we're going to look at the first 6 months of 2025, having pulled cards from Angel Wisdom Tarot cards. And so what does January through June look like for 2025? So the first card we have is January, and it does actually happen to be all about celebrations. This is Three of Water. Traditionally, it's called Three of Cups. And the card says, news worth celebrating, joyful announcements like engagements, wedding, pregnancy, or graduation, a time for gratitude, close communities, or chosen families. So that makes a lot of sense. We just came off of a time where it's sort of traditional for us to spend time with people that we love, whether they're birth families or chosen families. But it's been a big celebration. 2024 was rough for a lot of people. My dogs are looking at me like, why are you barking, Dad? Rough. Um, so it was tough times for a lot of people. So it's normal for us to celebrate and go, new year, new me. Yeah, no, cliche, don't care. New year, new me. And all of this stuff goes away. So a lot of celebration in January. In February, we have the wheel. The wheel. This card is a card that talks about changes. Usually, the wheel shows up when things have not been moving forward. We feel like the energy's been stagnant and stuck. And with the wheel, it becomes unstuck. So maybe that January celebrating was legit and really made a lot of sense. The wheel starts to move. In traditional tarot, that card is a lot about fate, that the wheel is the fickle hand of fate, wheel turns both ways, blah, blah, blah. And I suppose that's true. My experience is that this card is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is old man luck. It's very jovial. It's very much about the good things that happen in our life. So 90% of the time when I see the wheel, it's positive stuff. The card says, a fresh new start or the end of delays, sudden or unexpected progress, a very positive change in your life, travel, or a new vehicle. So if your vision board had a new car on it, February is your month. All right. For March, we have Wise Counselor. Wise Counselor in traditional tarot. This is the hero font. I changed the name, not because there's anything wrong with the word hero font, but because nobody knows what a hero font is. So Wise Counselor, all right? This card says, unity with a spiritually minded community, asking the divine for help and trusting the answers will come, comparing traditional methods with new ideas to see which is best for you. So if we just start looking at the first quarter of 2025, those first three cards, what do we got? Well, we've got new reasons to celebrate. We've got changes and things that start to happen. And we're thinking through how we want to do something and who we want to do it with. And so this is a card that I tend to call in tarot duality cards. It's a card that can mean this or that, black or white, 1 or 10, 0. I mean, so very like this way or that way. And so this card literally talks about trying to do things in a traditional way or trying to do things in a way that is way outside the lines, totally different, very new ideas. And how do you know which one to go with? You try them both. So if you've been doing things in a traditional way and that isn't working out so great for you, it's time to try things in a new way, to give things a whole new light. If you've been trying to do things in a whole new light and it's not working out for you, then maybe you need to try more traditional methods. So this makes a lot of sense. So when we get to April, we see our first of two cards in the first 6 months of 2025 that have some challenging energy in them. And that is Seven of Fire. Seven of Fire. Seven of Fire is a card that says, stand up for yourself and your beliefs, have confidence, challenge those in power, but also choose your battles wisely. So it might be that the ways in which you're thinking you want to do things is getting you some pushback from other people who don't agree with you. It could be that things have gone so well that people are trying to get a bite out of that apple that you have. And so maybe you're getting some jealousy from other people or having situations where you just simply have to stand up for yourself. So it's asking us to do that. Now that energy fades by the time we get to May, because in May we have Four of Fire. This is a related card to Seven of Fire, but Four of Fire is where, it's like, Blue skies shining on me, nothing but blue skies do I see. So it's like happy stuff. It's the happy, happy stuff that's happening in life. The card reads so much to celebrate. Send gratitude to the divine and the angels for the peace and prosperity coming to you. Peace and contentment in your personal life. So, whatever was going on in April, we blew past that. We got past it. It was fine. The other card that has some challenging energy in it for the first 6 months of 2025 is the ego card. Now, this is traditionally called death. No, the devil. There is no devil in, well, in my personal opinion, there's no devil, period. But in any regard, the devil is, I changed this card to ego because that's really what the devil card is about. It's of where we feel chained to materialistic things, chained to ideas, chained to beliefs, chained. That's why in this card, we have Archangel Michael using his sword of light to sever the chains on a beautiful lady who does not need to be chained up anymore. This card says, the illusion of being trapped, accepting responsibility for your situation, and then making choices that support your path to happiness, addictions, or unhealthy habits. So, there's a lot to unpack in that card in June of 2025. It could be that you suddenly feel freed. Maybe all of this positive stuff that's happening, it culminates in a major new method or major new level of freedom that happens in your life. But it could also be that you are feeling chains and you need to break free. It can also be that you need Archangel Michael to help you to break this illusion that you're stuck and you can't move forward. So that's the first 6 months of 2025. Now, if you're needing any, in the meantime, though, this is the part where I do a reading where you can try to find out what's going on for you at this particular moment in time. So think about a question that you would like an answer from me about when it comes to your life. And I'm going to shuffle the cards. So think about that question. Think about that question. Whatever that question is, just think about it. Keep it in your mind. And then I want you to think about, do you think the answer to your question is card number 1? Is it card number 2? Is it card number 3? Or is it card number 4? So all 4 of these cards, I can see them, and y'all are stressed out because all 4 of these cards have elements of stress and a need to just to calm down. Okay. So let's look at that. So the first card, if you were drawn to card number 1, is 9 of Air, which is 9 of Swords in traditional tarot. This is a card that talks about unfounded fear, expecting the worst, creating self-fulfilling prophecies, allowing worry to grow out of proportion to the situation, sleepless nights, refocus your thoughts. My God, people, geez. Card number 2, 8 of Fire, 8 of Wands in traditional tarot. This is less anxiety laden, but it's still anxiety laden because this is a bunch of really great things happening all at once. But even that can be very stressful. So the card says too much going on, stress caused by many positive opportunities, unexpected events or rapid changes, the ability to multitask or business travel. The next card that we have is 7 of Fire. We saw this in the reading. It's almost always one card that shows back up. So once again, this is standing up for yourself and your belief, having confidence, challenging those in power, but also choosing your battles wisely. And finally, we have 4 of Air, 4 of Swords in traditional tarot. This is at least calmer because it at least indicates it's like maybe you know what to do. And that is insights that come from meditation, the need to rest or take a vacation, allowing yourself more time before making a decision, mental exhaustion, getting more sleep. So we started with card number 1 where you're not sleeping. The last one is maybe you're still not sleeping. So it's like, calm down, guys. I just gave you the first 6 months of 2025. It looks really good. You got a couple of challenges. You can handle them. It'll be all right. Next week, we will do the second 6 months of 2025. We will do July through December to get you the rest of the story. In the meantime, no matter where you are, no matter what your belief systems are, it's still the new year. And so I am wishing all of you a very, very, very happy, happy new year. Spend it with somebody you love. It's like, and enjoy the fact that 2024 is over, 2025 is here, and we're going to make it awesome.